teeth, they're very important. You know, I can't say I've got perfect teeth, certainly not, but I've had 2 out, actually. That's really bad. One quite a nice, important molar, and the other one, actually, that was there was a wisdom tooth coming up, and it was causing a lot of pain, so took that one out. There wasn't room for it, and the wisdom tooth has actually taken its place, although it is a bit of a tusk, but it's fine. It doesn't cause a problem. But yeah, teeth. Now, so fluoride is a good thing for your teeth. Do you think enamel needs a little bit of a helping hand, maybe? You know, from some chemical maybe that comes from, so I understand, it's a waste product that from the aluminium industry, or aluminum, if you ignore the way it's written, and it's actually not a very good. It's quite toxic, actually. It's you have enough of it, it would kill you. But in small doses, it just makes you dumb. So that's what they do. They put it in the water. Now, okay, it does harden the surface of your teeth, and actually hardens your bones. And that means that your bones go brittle before the time. They do go more brittle as you get older. But the fluoride actually brings on that brittleness much quicker. And your teeth, well, that's kind of how they sold it to us. You know, fluoride, toothpaste, fluoride. You know, they had to put it in the toothpaste because they said when it was in the water, and they did all these studies, and you can make you know, pre-fluoride and after, and the difference it made, and you know, it's just nonsense. When my sister, who's 4 years older than me, went to the dentist, the policy at that time, and I've got a friend who's the same age, and he will attest to this, the policy at that time, you just got your adult teeth, a full nice set of adult teeth, and they would drill out the you know, well, they would just drill in the molar to protect you and fill your mouth with amalgam, which has all nasty shit in it, you know, mercury, certainly back in those days, and you don't want to have that. There were lead in the petrol, and you know, so that they're dumbing you down all the time. They don't want you to use this wonderful thing that we have called the brain. And as you know, Woody Allen said, it's you know, it's my second favourite organ. You know, the brain it's a wonderful thing. So this is the policy. So I phoned Yorkshire Water and asked them what percentage, you know, parts per million or whatever it will be. I don't know how to measure it. A fluoride that they put in, you know, do they put in the water? And this woman assured me that there was no fluoride used in their in any of their water in North Yorkshire. Yorkshire Water, well, sorry, Yorkshire Water didn't use fluoride, so therefore Yeah, and now I don't know whether water is uh, like electricity, or no, it won't be, I know, or gas. But it's the same sort of thing, especially well, either of those is a good example. It's either water, electric, or gas, where you actually you can pay quite a few different companies, even though it's the same stuff and it's the same pipe or cable, and of course all they do is there's a unit or a commodity price to each unit of this uh, you know commodity. So there's a unit price for this commodity. It's bought on a big scale by a company such as British Gas, shall we say, or maybe even they sell it, I don't know. But let's just say they're one of the people. I don't know any others, sorry, I don't get gas. But I'll use gas as an example. And so they then have a number of these units to sell on the open market, and the stuff's there anyway. But if you remember, all that stuff was once owned by the state, and it was, the people's anyway once. But I know that's just a big show. It's a sham. It's another method they use to divide red or blue. To get people arguing about this. When they were selling all the shares, I mean, stocks and shares, the shares of the telecom and gas and the everything. People like me at the time were arguing that they were selling the, as was said, the family jewels or the family silver, I think. And I saw it like that because if the state was selling it, therefore the state is the people. Therefore the people, what do we get for it? Thank you very much. Well, we paid the national debt. Oh well, fucking great. I'm really pleased about that. I could, that's the best night's sleep I've ever had in my life when that was paid off. The national debt. Oh God, thank for that. Yeah. And then we went back to the debt again the following year, and it has been ever since. Of course, because well, what a stupid idea. But as I saw it then, I couldn't give a toss. If it happened now, I would laugh at everything that's going on now because it's just so moronic. And my link to the outside world, well, the outside world, but the outside world of the media, should I say, is Radio 4. I only really listen to Radio 4, and well, when I'm here, I do anyway. And I've listened to it for years and years and years. Well, I can remember the Archers when I was very young, but it was kind of always on. It's somebody's, the family's. Anyway, I've listened to it personally myself through choice from the age of about 25. So, how indoctrinated did I get from all that bullshit? But which I now can see completely through, and there is a radio is a different thing to television. Even though when radio first came out, of course, it was fantastic, and people could communicate or send communication, from a central point out to all ways and all to all these people, and great, but that's not always a good thing. Immediate news is sometimes wrong, but anyway, I've just lost the plot here. Bear with me, people. It might come back. I've just thought about something else, you see, which is so I might just say this something else instead. But that's really. Oh, that's right. No, I will say this, and I've got it back. So the television is much more difficult to turn off. It's quite easy to turn the radio off because you've just got that's silence. But with a television, it's a visual stimulus that is addictive, and it actually is addictive. I've got it set to this. It gives a great comforting feeling when you're watching television, and you can choose things then that are even more comforting to watch. So you get this. Well, it's a very addictive tool of the government and industries too. For I am destined to rule and regulate you. Anyway, Frank Zappa, he got it right. But so the television, if you can do without that, please do without it, because you will find you've got so much time on your hands, and you can do so much with that time. All that wasted time watching bullshit. And you won't be bored. Please believe me, you will not be bored. Your brain starts to once it's got rid of the kind of you'll be hanging out for a few. Well, everybody takes things differently, but the normal response is you are a little bit tetchy, maybe hanging out. But you need to occupy yourself, but you soon will. You'll soon find something else, and that something else might be the best thing that you might take over your world, and that, well, give it a go. You've got nothing to lose but your own stupidity. You've got nothing to lose but your own stupidity. And lose it because they're trying to make you stupid. And that's one of the ways they do it. Give you wrong information, so you won't even comprehend the real world, the real Earth, the realm that we actually occupy. It's not a spinning ball. That's so ridiculous. So it's so mad. People have known for centuries that the Earth is flat. Of course it's flat. Well, the Earth isn't flat, but the sea that's on the Earth, that is level, and the Earth does this up and underneath the water, and then back up over the water, and then underneath. Yes, that bit isn't flat. You're right. No, it's not. But it's not a fucking spinning ball. And the water that's all within this land, whether it be above the land or below the land, the water is all flat and level. And if you can tell me, well, you can't tell me, so I won't even ask the question. It's ridiculous. So get rid of your telly. Do some proper research. And